This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. All right. Chris's first time on my channel in a sit-down talking video. How does it feel?
Forced.
Blink twice if you need help. So everyone say hi to Chris. This is my boyfriend.
I'm boyfriend Chris. This is my girlfriend Hannah.
Hi guys, my name's Hannah. And today we're going to be reading some 1-star reviews of Mount Fuji. One thing that I really used to love to do when I was able to travel outside of Japan. When I'd go and visit a really beautiful place, sometimes I'd go on Google Maps, and read through the 1-star reviews of these insanely beautiful locations. And sometimes they would be like warranted, they had a bad experience there or something like that. But sometimes they either don't make sense, like a review of the Grand Canyon that says like, I didn't like it, it was too big, it didn't fit in my photo. Like stuff like that I think is quite funny. So I thought I'd do the same thing for one of my favorite places in Japan, which is anywhere involving Mount Fuji, because it's such a beautiful, beautiful mountain. And it's probably one of the most like famous spots in Japan, I'd say.
It's good to be here.
Let's get started.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. The first one doesn't disappoint. Too much rock. Like, well, it is a mountain. It's a big ass rock.
Like a ski resort review, and it's like too much snow.
Yeah. This is great. I don't know. I didn't like the vibe there. Once just like rocked up and it's like.
The vibe's wrong. The vibe's wrong.
These are not good vibes. Ethan Wolf. 1 star. It wasn't high enough for my liking. Where are you from, Ethan? He just like walks up to Mount Fuji, looks at me, he's like,
this is too easy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like how was the trip to Mount Fuji? It's like, sucked. It was way too easy for me.
Yeah, it wasn't very big. Don't waste your time going to Mount Fuji. You will see the mountain and that's all. And no, it's not like the clear photo. I think that depends widely on the day that you go there. It's absolutely like the clear photos if you go on a nice day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that I think that were quite disappointed by Fuji, like disappointed that it didn't do more. Like, well...
Like juggle?
Yeah. There was lava, too small, trash, bad, it trash. Was very good.
Oh!
Wow, that is a stunning photo.
That's a beautiful
Did you take that? That is outrageously good. Why did you leave a 1-star review?
Damn. Too easy to get good photos.
Yeah. I prefer to be challenged. Flew by it several times. Description says it is active. What's active about it? It's always covered in snow. Just because it's active doesn't mean that it's like constantly spewing out lava. Basically what they need to do is remove active volcano from the description. You know, I don't want to set unrealistic expectations. How can you not love Mount Fuji? It's so beautiful. It's so aesthetically pleasing. It's like the most symmetrical looking mountain ever. There's nothing else around it. I think it starts at like pretty close to sea level as well. So it's actually like 3,700 meters in elevation, unlike Kamikochi where you start at like 1,500, or Everest, you're starting at like the base camp is like 5,000 meters already. So like Fuji looks so big. Before we continue with the rest of the reviews, I would like to talk to you about this video's sponsor, which is Surfshark VPN. Chris, you use the internet, don't you?
Yes.
Did you know that sometimes the internet is a dangerous place and they can steal some of your data?
Yes.
And people can track where you're going?
Yes.
Well, if you want to stop that, then you need to get a VPN. So VPN stands for a virtual private network. If I have to describe it in my own words, it kind of shrouds your computer's IP address so that other websites and people and hackers and people that would be trying to steal your data can no longer do that. It shrouds it in mystery, but it also allows you to do a number of other things. You can change the location of where your IP address is based. So now I can watch a bunch of different TV shows on Netflix and stuff that wasn't available in Japan. Changing locations can also be really helpful when it comes to traveling. So we're talking about travel in this video. If you were to travel, say, China...
travel digitally.
You can also do that. Not quite where I was going. But if you went to China, for example, you can't use like Google and Gmail and Instagram, Facebook, that kind of thing. I didn't know that the first time I went to China, and I had a terrible first like 4 hours in China being like, why isn't anything working? I couldn't contact anyone.
Really?
It was rough. I needed a VPN. Surfshark VPN has over 3,200 servers in over 65 different countries. Surfshark VPN also does not monitor, track, or store what you do online, so that means no connection or activity logs. It also has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you're not really risking a lot. But you are risking a lot if you don't have a VPN. So if you'd like to get started, go to Surfshark VPN and use the discount code CurrentlyHannah for 83% off plus 4 extra months for free. Thank you Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. The link is in the description. And back to the video. I wanted to know how tall Mount Fuji is in meters. All I got was pictures from an aircraft. Useless info. I think he's talking about like the photos on Google Maps, unless he saw it from an aircraft, and he was like, damn, I was hoping I'd get to see it in person. I wanted to know how tall
Google
it was. Yeah, that's a good...
How tall is Mount Fuji?
Right there.
Right there.
There's a bunch of people that like, they've left some like funny reviews. I thought it was horrible, especially when the top came off it and red stuff spilled out. Nice, that was a good one. My friends think I'm crazy for writing this, but after traveling to Japan from the moon, which is, mind you, a very long journey to see Mount Fuji, fair enough, was very disappointed when it erupted on me and didn't pay for my medical bills after. Get insurance, hothead. Also, the free orange candy is not tasty at all. Alright, they're probably like 10 years old or something. They just figured out that they could leave stuff on the internet for people to find.
I know what I can write.
I know, you know, this is going to be hilarious.
So good.
This is going to be so... Yes. They said, this mountain is too tall and too cold. Fall damage is enabled, and they don't tell you then you can get in trouble for pushing kids off the mountain. I would give this 0 stars, but I have to give it at least 1 because it was fun pushing kids off the edge. Who are these people?
Fortnite players. Fall damage was enabled.
There
were invisible walls around the mountain. That's great.
I love it when people post their own photos.
No Mount Fuji in the background.
No,
it's just him.
It's not even Mount Fuji. Where is that?
It's the shades.
It's the stance.
And
he's not even looking at the camera. He's like, way too cool.
The man purse.
I love it. That's amazing.
It's a really nice man purse. Even the guy in
so good.
Biwako.
Oh, I love that guy. We found this like cool looking mountain by Lake Biwako. There's a photo of a guy that's just like, thumbs upping the view, just like. This stance, it's so good. I decided to go here because it gets a lot of hype. And sadly, I stood there wondering where all the hype was at. The stuff was like a monkey climbing a tree. It was as easy as counting to 1, 2, 3. It was as easy as me singing my ABCs. I thought I would get a good view, and sadly I was let down once again. At least I got to see some cute Japanese girls. There's a lot to unpack there, so many layers. First of all, not impressed by Fuji. Alright, unless you grew up in the Himalayas, I don't believe you.
It reminds me of like elementary school. Like that cool
yes,
kid.
Yes. It just reminds me of like my little cousin when he was like 13 years old. He'd just be like, no, I can do it. It's easy. It's easy. Some of these people just like never grow up and then they travel the world.
Oh, but the cute Japanese girls though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would be like that kid who would be listening to that. It's like, whoa.
Oh, he's so cool. Yeah, that guy's awesome.
I want to be like him. Yeah. The most beautiful women there. All the anime girls. I hiked Fuji, but it wasn't that big and it wasn't like so easy for me. I was like, damn.
Oh, cool.
I think I would struggle.
I want to not struggle at Mount Fuji.
I need to be more like an alpha.
We didn't go, but we went past it on the train and couldn't really see it because it was cloudy. Also, our seats were on the wrong side of the train.
If you say you didn't go and you write a review, like immediately you devalue your review.
You're not like, I'm not going to agree with anything that you say after that. Maybe they thought that they went to the place, therefore they're like legally obligated to leave a review. They were like, well, I went to Mount Fuji, I guess I need to leave a review. But it's like, you don't have to leave a review, guys. You know, if you go to a place and it's like bad weather, it's fine, just don't leave a review.
What's a famous restaurant?
I can only think of Ratatouille right now.
Red chicken? You write a review for Gusto, but you're like outside. It's like, I never went and ate at this place, but it looks really busy from the outside. 2 stars.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing as that. If you didn't eat at the restaurant, don't leave a review. Okay, this may be a 1-star review that I maybe agree with parts of. I put out a spicy opinion on Mount Fuji on Instagram once. Because we've done a lot of hiking in the past year or two, seen some beautiful places, but Mount Fuji is obviously still the #1 place that everyone wants to hike to, which I get. It makes sense as like a bucket list.
If you haven't done it,
yeah,
it's such a great thing to do.
It's a great experience. It's really good. When I went into it, when I first got to Japan, everyone described it to me as like, it's gonna be the most amazing experience of your life. The view is insane, like it's unreal or whatever. It was still a good experience, but now, having done a lot of other different hikes, I'm like, wow, Mount Fuji is actually like quite a boring hike up, because it's just straight up.
I guess it depends on like if you've never been that high before, if you've never done hiking like that before, that's a great place. Like, it is actually like really beautiful and worth every bit of it. If you're an avid hiker, I think other things would be more beautiful. Yeah, someone said, if you live by the Rocky Mountains, don't waste your time going here. It's more like a series of hills and not worth the trek. However, if you haven't seen truly majestic mountains before, this may be for you as a gateway to awesome sights. I was like, I agree with that. Also, everything about this place is a mega tourist trap. Skip and go to Mount Koya. There is a lot of touristy things there as well. I wouldn't go as far to give it 1 star. I would still say if you haven't done it before, 5 stars,
you should hike it. Yeah, I'd still give it top stars. I think this is a Kung Fu Panda reference. I was hoping to find Po and Tigress, but I ate dumplings. Isn't Kung Fu Panda China? Oh yeah, it's panda. Of course it is.
Everybody thinks Japan is China, so.
Yeah, it's true. I thought it was when I was in high school.
We're different.
High school.
We're different.
I know now.
I remember going to America to do like a summer camp baseball. Yeah. And everybody called me Jackie Chan. Because I was from Japan. It was like, oh, where are you from? I'm from Japan. It's like, oh, that's so cool, dude. Like, Jackie Chan. And I'm going to call you Jackie Chan. I'm like, cool, because I like Jackie Chan. So it's like,
yeah,
but I didn't think.
Oh, you didn't click. You
no,
didn't know.
it did not click. I was so
pure. And you got older and you were like, oh, you're being racist.
Maybe like if I was smarter back then.
A lot. So just like being an adult in general is like looking back at things when you're younger and you go, wow, that was fucked up. I went with a group of 8. It was very boring. We were never challenged. And the view of the sunrise above the clouds was nothing spectacular. I wouldn't do it again. I've got a better workout with my stair climber. Never challenged? What?
My gym session is way harder than this.
Yeah, this might be difficult if you've never worked out before, but unlike me. What is that saying? It's like, your hard workout is my warm-up. And like, and my recovery is your workout or something like that. Or like, my warm-up is your workout. It's like one of those bros. 1 star, lack of oxygen is not acceptable for tourism. I nearly lost my life on the peak. Please do not attempt to peak. Very dangerous.
It is a thing.
I mean, yeah, it is a thing. There's like less oxygen up there, but that's an altitude thing. But I mean, also there's like, at every hut you can buy like a little bottle of oxygen, so.
Dude, those things help so much. You didn't use it?
I didn't need them. Maybe if you're like not experienced hiking, you haven't been to some higher elevations before, you might need it, but...
Well, I had to use it.
You said like, yeah, like if you had a headache, like you literally you'll take like a breath of it and you can feel it go away like instantly.
Instantly.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
It sucks because like your body doesn't adjust properly. That's the only thing. Yeah. What's your secret?
My secret?
Not using oxygen.
Just gotta be more hardcore. Damn. Yeah, talk to me when you've done some real training. One thing that I found when I was looking up all of these different places was like pretty much any place that was very like found to be very touristy, especially if it's in a small area. So for example, anywhere in Kyoto, pretty much all of the 1-star reviews will just be like, it's too busy, you know, it's really touristy, which I get. Like, you can have a pretty bad experience if it's really, really busy, like how Kyoto was before Corona. That can get really detrimental to the area and the people around it.
Yeah, it would suck also, like, if you wanted to go climb Mount Fuji and
it's as busy as it can be.
Really, really busy.
Yeah, like, you literally have to line up.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was like when I first went, to be honest. I was so young and just like in another world, but I saw photos of what it was like during peak season, like before Corona. It is packed. It is so packed on the top. Like you literally have to queue to get to the top. I do remember like it was like right before sunrise. We were maybe like 100 meters in elevation away from the top, 100 or 200 meters. There were so many people that we kept having to stop, and so like it was very unethical of me, but we just like got off the path and just like climbed up on our own kind of thing. So there were so many people there and we couldn't be bothered to wait, and we didn't have time to wait because the sunrise was coming up. That part did suck. As long as you know that going into it, you know it's going to be busy, that's fine. But if you're going there expecting to just see like beautiful pristine nature and you know this once in a lifetime like just me is like going on this adventure, it's like no, it is you, but it's also maybe 1,000 other people on the same day.
What was that mountain? We had to like line up for the bus.
5
a.m. I mean, that sucked.
That sucked. That was so... I haven't made that video yet on this channel, but we went to hike this mountain. There was like an hour-long line just to buy tickets, and then like a 2-hour-long line to get on the bus to take you to the top, to take you to the ropeway. It was so busy. But I mean, I don't know, it's hard to accommodate when that many people all want to go to the same place. I don't know, Japan really loves... They love autumn leaves, and I love getting up early for things. This is actually quite a good summary of like what it's like climbing Mount Fuji. 2 stars. It really depends what you're looking for. For serious mountaineers, this mountain is a real fast. Convenience stores line the route. Horse pulling a carriage at the base area. Actually, yeah, there's like a small horse carriage that you can ride up. Ladies with high heels walking up. You do see them, but I don't know, you never see them at the top though. You just see them on the way up.
That's impressive.
It's so impressive. If I ever saw one at the top, I would be very impressed. Vending machines at the summit and swarms of zombie tourists shuffling up. It's definitely not mountain climbing, it's more like a slow walk up. I would agree with that. Want to use the toilet? It's 200 yen. But I mean, I think it's okay to charge people to use the toilet when it's so difficult to like take your shit literally down the mountain.
I don't want to take people's shit down the mountain.
Of course I'm going to charge for it. Where was it? It was Mount Daisen. There was a toilet that you can use, but it wasn't actually a toilet. It was like a toilet seat with like nothing underneath it. They've got like instructions on the wall and like bags and stuff. And you attach this little like garbage bag to it. You do your business, and then you sprinkle in the like gelatinous like thing that like freezes it all up. You tie it up in a bag, and then you can grab another bag and chuck that in there, and then you tie it up, and you keep it in your bag, and you carry that stuff down the mountain. Yeah, I completely forgot about it till now.
I'd rather pay $2.
I would absolutely rather pay $2. Like for one thing, it made the line to go to the bathroom really long because like it takes everyone at least 5-6 minutes to do it. And then also going home, I was like, just like carrying the bag, I was like,
pee?
This sucks. Yeah. You sprinkle the stuff in it and it like solidifies everything in
one gel.
It's kind of gross. Like a pea jelly. Oh.
What if it spills?
I know, that's what I kept thinking. Do I put it at the bottom of all my camera gear in case it spills? At least then it's only going to the bottom of my bag. Or like, do I put it on top? Because if I put it on the bottom, it's gonna get squashed.
Man.
It was tough. I didn't.
Like, wow, that's a great picture. Just unzip and just like your camera is just in. Shit.
Oh, now we're on to the 3 stars. All right. I think we've successfully looked at most of the funny reviews of Mount Fuji. Anyway. I hope that you liked this very, very different from usual video. Something a little more casual, sitting down, talking. And Chris finally being in like a sit-down talking video.
I was forced.
So yeah, thank you for watching. You can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can follow us on Instagram. Especially go follow Chris because I dragged him into this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video.
Protect yourself online.
Protect yourself online.
If you want to be anonymous while writing a review,
actually,
get Surfshark VPN.
Surfshark. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye. You were so nervous.
I was so nervous. That's alright. We got the first sit-down talking video together out of the way. This is also implying that this is going to become a regular occurrence. Hope you're fine with that. You like watch it back and there's like little moments where I'm like, you're like, Mount Fuji, ha 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 ha. Oh shit.
Can I use that for a link?
The what?
Can I use that link?
Of course you can.
Oh sweet. You ask Fuji, what's 1 + 1?
That was your Fuji impression. Yeah. Forced laughter.